That's a serious question. What's the point of driving 5 hours, living in a wooden hut in my case, or a tent in Miguel's case, in mostly horribly English weather, and being mindfully silent for 13 hours a day for 6 days? That's about 80 hours overall. Today we probably did maybe 30 minutes. And if you come here once a week, it would take nearly 3 years to experience the same amount of mindful silence, but with all the hubbub of daily life getting in the way. The teachings we receive here, such as the Heart Sutra, are written pointers to our true nature, our nature right now. But these pointers are limited because, as the Heart Sutra tries to explain with concepts, our true nature is beyond concepts. That doesn't mean it is in the future or somewhere else, just beyond the ability of language to explain. So we need direct, internal, subjective experiences that we can notice without concepts getting in the way. They are likely to be subtle and easily overlooked. Meditation quietens the mind so that we can notice these preconceptual or non-dual moments that are always occurring. Such moments will often be noticed during the most ordinary of activities, such as while hearing the bird song during morning meditation, but only being aware of hearing happening, no identification of what is being heard. Or the effortless and automatic way that the dishes got washed, when egos are taken out of the picture with noble silence. Or the oneness experienced during the many moments of laughter. Then we can revisit the pointers and say, that's what that means, and see our nature more accurately than before. That's the point.
For me, this retreat, my 6th, was marvelous and transformative. Driving along the snaky mountain road to the retreat center through countless zigzagging turns, it dawned on me that the way to the retreat was an allegory for the retreat. The narrow, tortuous, rocky path with its sharp drop-offs provided limited visibility of what was coming. It invoked anxiety that required focus, calm, will, courage, and an open-hearted trust to continue on. But ultimately, by keeping on the right path, as Emily mentioned, a great treasure appeared, the delightful sights and sounds of clear, fresh, green, grassy Nell nestled in the forest trees. This retreat provided me with so many awe-inspiring experiences that it's hard to choose just a few to highlight. If I had to sum it up in one sentence, I'd say that in nature, in silence, with others, gave me the focused space and time to wholeheartedly live the threefold study with devotion. Through sitting, walking, chanting, eating, and moving meditations, we cultivated deep equanimity, observing and listening deeply to fellow retreatants' Dharma talks, koans, scripture, WonGong, and our own thoughts and feelings as they arose, we fostered wisdom. Sharing space and resources together with kindness, we practiced mindful actions. A key message we learned in Sotasan's words: if people look at this world in the right spirit, there will be nothing in it that is not scripture. Therefore, read first the living scripture of reality. And in fact, viewing things with right spirit by slowing down and being present, each activity at the retreat conveyed a Dharma lesson. The dogwood tree unfolding in the fullness of its time each day taught me about patience and awakening. Retreatants sharing their profound wisdom, sincere vulnerability, and healing taught me about interconnectedness and enabled me to hold my own painful feelings and habitual thought patterns while understanding that my mistakes are a part of my humanity, which is a gift. Practicing hand mudras, I felt the profound spring mountain chi energy between my palms and in my tanjung when WonGong said, "There is so much power in our hands." And I saw how true that was. I was overcome with a deep, abiding peace at that moment that felt like it had always been there and would never end. My essence, my true nature. Undoubtedly, the most extraordinary element of the retreat was WonGong. If you think she is a force of nature here, she is truly in her element on retreat in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Witnessing her unceasing and selfless devotion to skillfully and mindfully, spontaneously craft moment to moment a non-judgmental, loving environment enabled participants to trust, heal, transform, and flourish, and this inspired me deeply. In her talk at the end of the last day, I felt like WonGong was packing up a little goodie bag of wise words and compassionate thoughts for each of us to take home. At the end, she sang a soulful, haunting Korean song. Are we not meant to meet again, to walk as one upon the path? This is the reunion we have been longing for. So attuned was WonGong to the spring mountain energy that as she finished the song, nature responded with the brief, watery, percussive contribution to the tune of a torrential rain on the roof for 60 seconds. Readying to leave, a retreatant asked the center director how to handle the difficult road on the way back out. The director gave some tips for maneuvering the road and provided reassurance that people don't find it as arduous going out as they do coming in. At first, I took this to mean that the road itself in the opposite direction had fewer physically challenging features. But then I realized this was not the case. It was the same road, as narrow, windy, steep, and challenging in the original direction. It was the drivers, us, who were different. We were now looking at the world with the right spirit, accepting all parts of the road as holy Dharma.